the Young Harris Mountain Lions. Glad to have you with us. The first home game for the Saints. 2-2 coming in. Those 2 wins against Division I opponents, Central Michigan and North Florida. The first time in PBC history that a team has beaten 2 Division I opponents in the same season. Mountain Lions in the dark, the black and purple jerseys, Saints in their home whites. And a 3-pointer on the way and good, beating the buzzer. That's Carl Cleveland. He's a 6'6 freshman. We'll get to the rest of the lineups as we work through this one. Derek Ellis, number 1, handling, now finds Chris Metzger, the senior. Passes out of it to the transfer, Jacek Lottie. And now the jumper from Henderson, Marcus Henderson, is short. Mountain Lions looking to run. Cleveland traveled, hesitated as he got the basketball, and he turns it over. Other starters for Young Harris at a guard, a 5'8 sophomore, Brian Free, number 1. Also in the backcourt, number 3, Sebi Jean, a 6-foot junior. Up front, the center, 6'10 junior, Caleb Towns. He's number 11. The 3-pointer is off the mark from Ellis. Carl Chavis is 1 forward, a 6'6 freshman, number 12, and Cleveland, number 35, rounds out the starting lineup for head coach Jeremy Courier. Cleveland passes over his head to Chavis. Now bounces it for Jean, and I think they're going to say that basket counts. And there's a foul, so a chance at a 3-point play as Jean will head to the line. Foul is on Jalen Barr. He'll start at 1 forward position, 6'4 sophomore out of Charlotte. Up front is Chris Metzger, the 6'7 senior. In the backcourt, it's Jacek Lottie, a 6'2 senior. Marcus Henderson, a 6'2 sophomore, and Derek Ellis is the point guard, the 5'11 senior. Barr can't handle the pass along the baseline, and it's a turnover. A bumpy start here for the Saints as Young Harris leads at 5-zip. Brian Free handling. Now he picks up his dribble. Back out top to Jean. Free drives, kicks it to Cleveland. The pass out of pressure to Chavis. Chavis, tough runner, and he gets it to go. So a good start by Young Harris out of the gate, 7-0. Young Harris comes in 1-1. They won their opener on Wednesday, beating USC Aiken 86-74. Free had 18 points in that game, including 13 in the second half. Mountain Lions had to come from behind, and another turnover as the pass goes out of bounds. Metzger a little wide as he was trying to find Henderson. Jean goes right at the rack, and he's rejected. And Barr got him that time. This is Henderson to Lottie. Lottie has been very impressive in his early Saints career, and Metzger with the nice finish on the reverse side. Saints are on the board. Cleveland with a 3. Too strong. Metzger yanks down the rebound. Ellis wants to run into the corner. Henderson, number 3, and that's 5 quick points for Flagler. Little European step, nearly a travel from Chavis. He'll get the ball back in the corner, and Mountain Lions will reset. And an offensive foul on the drive. They'll get Sebi Jean for this one. Substitution into the game for the Mountain Lions, number 12, Alfonso Willis. Also in is Anukiani. He's a center, 6'9" center, number 21. Ellis and Lottie playing catch out in the backcourt. Now Lottie puts the ball on the floor, kicks it back out. Henderson had an open three, passed on it. Goes behind the back, the ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints with 6 to shoot. And a timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment. Back with more first quarter action. And welcome back to St. Augustine. It's an overcast, chilly day here in the nation's oldest city. Good start by Young Harris. They jumped out to a 7-0 lead, but Flagler's gone on a 5-0 run since. 6 to shoot for the Saints. Into the corner, Henderson for 3. Young Harris quickly into the front court. Corner 3 too strong. And Young Harris keeps it alive as Chavis attacks after getting the offensive board. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple. I think they'll get Derek Ellis here on the foul. That's his first.
As Carl Chavis steps to the foul line for the Mountain Lions.
Chavis shooting 75% from the stripe. As checking in for the Saints is number 20, Spencer Bain. He'll give Barr a breather. Chavis makes them both. This is Bain, and thought I heard a whistle. Ball goes out of bounds, another turnover for the Saints. Last year, this was a real barn burner between these two teams here in St. Augustine. That was their only meeting. The Saints won at 101-97 as Lawrence Slim checks in, the 6'7" sophomore from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. 101-97 again, the final last year. In fact, Getty Yorzapaitis had to hit a last-second 3 as this one is dropped in by Willis. Getty had 35 points, 27 in the second half last year, including that go-ahead 3 with 4.9 seconds to go. And there's Slim for 3. Lawrence Slim. He's gotten a lot of playing time in the early going. 3 starts out of the first 4 games played, coming off the bench tonight as the Saints drop into a 2-3 defense. Willis, mid-range jumper, no good. And the rebound off to Lottie. Lottie behind the back, attacks, and scores. Jazik Lottie, we're going to talk a lot about him today. The senior transfer from Arkansas Little Rock has really been lighting it up offensively. And we mentioned Yorzapidis, no longer at Flagler. Nice drive and finish for Ja'Cory Archie. That name may sound familiar. He's from Jacksonville, nearby Jacksonville. Yorzapidis decided after his outstanding first-team all-conference season a year ago to transfer to Division I Georgia Southern, where he's coming off the bench as Flagler gets more fresh legs in the game as Tyler Collier checks in, the 6'8 sophomore from Pennsylvania. Collier's father played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ball out of bounds, last touch by Young Harris. Young Harris by 3. Here's Lottie. Long 3 left open, and this one's short. Mountain Lions want to run, and a foul as Lottie reaches in. Chavis will go back to the line. Lottie's from Aurora, California, played at Arkansas Little Rock for 3 seasons. Steadily saw his playing time and his starts decrease. He started most of his games as a freshman and then less as a sophomore and even less as a junior. And this will be Willis actually at the line shooting, not Chavis. Lottie averaging 25.3 points a game, nearly 5 rebounds. He shoots about 38% on his threes. He had 36 points in that win at North Florida and 30 points at Florida International. And after that UNF win, was the PBC Player of the Week. Head coach Chad Warner was named HoopDirt.com National Coach of the Week, so now he's eligible to be potentially their Coach of the Year. Three-pointer wide open and knocking it down is Spencer Bain, the freshman from Kansas. It's free. Drives, pulls up, and drops in the jumper. Lead back to 4. Another 3 on the way, this time off the mark from Bain. Cleveland out of control and another offensive foul. As Cleveland picks up the charge. Here's Chase Fiddler, number 2 into the game. He's a 6'5 freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. Head coach Chad Warner getting a lot of Saints some playing time here in this first quarter. Or first half, excuse me. Fiddler for 3. Knocks it down. Fresh into the game and dials up the triple. Ball nearly stolen away. It's on the ground, and is it a foul called? So I think they will get a foul against Young Harris as Jeremy Courier debates it. I think they're going to get Alfonso Willis for the foul. That was his first. So a bit of a scrum, and on those 50-50 balls, you love to see the bodies hit the floor. In this case, Willis a little overeager. Talk a little bit about the coaches for Flagler. Chad Warner's in his 4th season. He's 23-45 here at Flagler. Last year, the Saints went 14-15 and 10-10 in the league, which is the most wins they've had since moving to the PBC. Overall, he's 99-108, including 8 seasons at Shorter. He is the career leader in wins for Shorter University. And on the other side, Jeremy Courier's in his 3rd season. Previously was the head coach at Pfeiffer University for 8 years and Daniel Webster College before that. Courier played at Endicott College, was Conference Player of the Year in 2004, and the NCAA statistical leader, including all divisions in three-point field goal percentage. Get this, 52% from threes in 2004. Of course, the Flagler coaching staff has some pretty impressive playing credentials as Slim tries a three from the corner, bounces in and out. Chad Warner was a walk-on at the University of Georgia. This is Free, going one-on-one. Good defense as Fiddler stayed in front of him. Here's Willis. Stops and can't get the tough shot to go, and a foul underneath as Collier hit the floor hard, and I believe this will go against Caleb Towns. No, I think they're going to call the foul on Collier. Yes, it will stay with Young Harris. Blank Sayland, I think is perhaps how you say it, is his assistant coach played for Warner at Shorter. And Kip Owens has his name written all over the record books at Huntsville, Alabama, or Alabama-Huntsville. 3-point field goal percentage, block shots, and free throw percentage. He's in the top 10 of all those career-wise. Gene ahead. Losing the handle briefly was Archie. Archie gets it back, and they'll reset. 3 ball is good. Antonio Patterson, the 6'6 junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. And the lead back to 4 for Young Harris. Lottie goes baseline. Another 3, and it's knocked down by Spencer Bain. Well, these new faces, Spencer Bain and Chase Fiddler, can really shoot it, of course, along with Lottie and Henderson. You see a real different roster, not a lot of familiar faces from a year ago. Young Harris keeps this one alive. Gene handles, now to Free. Patterson, skip pass to Archie, and a whistle and a foul coming.
Falls on number 20. Falls on number 23, Jalen Barr.
That will go against Jalen Barr, his second personal. That sends Archie to the line. Think about the players that the Saints lost from a year ago. Getty Arzapitis, the first-team all-conference selection, has transferred to Georgia Southern. Demerit Brown graduated. Demir Hadzik is gone from the program. Alante Pickens has also left the roster. So lots of new faces and some exciting ones, particularly Lottie early with that 25-point scoring average. So after making the free throw, Archie will sit down and Chavis is back in. Two-three zone shown by Young Harris. Lottie will try a long three. Here's Free streaking into the front court. Gives it to Anukiani. Gene trying to do it all by himself. Takes the ball into a triple team and is bailed out with the contact and the foul. Spencer Bain picks up his first personal.
Calls on number 20, Spencer Bain. Semi Gene at the foul line.
Gene makes them both, and the lead is 5, 24-19. As Ellis into the paint and shoots over Anukiani. So Ellis is into the score sheet, and is this going to be an offensive foul, or did he step on the baseline? I think they will get him for an offensive foul. So Gene picks up his second personal. Saints can tie with a three-pointer. Ellis working on the Metzger screen. Three-pointer from the corner, too strong. Metzger tries to keep it alive. And finally, the Mountain Lions come away with it, and they want to run. Free has the ball tapped away from behind. Here's Lottie. The run out and the finish and the foul. Beautiful play by Jacek Lottie. The steal, he goes coast to coast, finishes and draws the contact. So Lottie can tie the game with this free throw and complete the three-point play. We are knotted at 24. Approaching 8 minutes to play here in the first half. This is Willis from 16 feet. Metzger taps the ball into the hands of Henderson. Henderson thought about the three, gives it back to Ellis. And now he will take a long three, and that may have been partially blocked. It didn't catch any iron. Willis misses the shot but draws the foul. Well, we talked about some of the newcomers. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll step away too. Back with more first half action in a moment. And welcome back to Flagler Gym on the campus of Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida. Glad to have you with us, along with our cameraman, Giorgio Nebulani. I'm Dave Wenda. Home opener for the Saints. You're talking about some of the returning players. Derek Ellis, the point guard, number 1, is back. He averages about 8.5 points a game, nearly 4 assists a game. Last season, he was second in the Peach Belt Conference with better than 6 assists a game. Also back, a familiar face, number 15, Chris Metzger, the 6'7" senior forward from Plantation, Florida. As Willis makes 1 of 2. Metzger last season tied for the team lead in blocks, and he led the team in field goal percentage, shooting nearly 72% from the floor. He's endured 2 ACL injuries here at Flagler, and coaches are happy to have him healthy. Here's Lottie going baseline into the corner. Spencer Bain, short. Metzger keeps it alive for Henderson, and a fresh shot clock. Henderson to Bain in the corner. Now has the ball tipped away and nearly stolen. Chavis couldn't quite track down the loose ball, and it'll go back over to Flagler. Lawrence Slim back in for Bain. Flagler can take the lead with a bucket here. And the ball stolen away by the Mountain Lions into the corner. Free for 3. Metzger with a nice box out and a long pass down to Lottie for the easy finish. And the Saints have claimed the lead. That's their first lead of the ballgame. Floater at the other end doesn't go. Crashing through for the offensive board was Caleb Towns. And I think they're going to get Metzger on the foul here. Seemed like Towns may have come over the back, but he'll be the one shooting free throws. So Young Harris is in the bonus. And Towns knocks them both down. A trapping 2-3 look from the Mountain Lions. Ellis dumps it on the low block to Metzger. Going to work on Towns. Turnaround is good, and the foul. Nice strong move on the drop step by Chris Metzger. Fiddler checks back in and gives Ellis a breather as Metzger goes to the line to shoot the free throw. Alfonso Willis handling now. Finds Chavis. Back to Willis. Picks up a screen. Tries the elbow jumper and knocks it down. Well, back and forth we go. Young Harris by a point. Henderson to Lottie. Back to Henderson. Open 3. Got it. Marcus Henderson. He's got 6 points on a couple of threes. Anukiani, hook shot, and he can't find the range. Flagler is not hesitant about firing it from 3. Here's Lottie on the drive. And the rebound off to Patterson. Into the corner, Willis. Willis wants some space. Working on Henderson. He'll go down low, try the baseline. No, Anukiani got the rebound and had it tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Young Harris. Archie checking back in for Chavis. Also back into the game is Jean, and for the Saints, it's Collier. Off the inbounds play, Anukiani has it tapped out of bounds by Collier. Jean to inbound. Ball nearly stolen by Fiddler. Archie hands it back to Jean. Now Jean will go one-on-one. Kick it to Archie for three. Nice little two-man game there.
Number 22, Corey Archie.
Collier to Lottie. Picks up the screen. Now gives it up to Henderson. Lottie to Slim for three. Free the other way, out of control, and an offensive foul. Seems to be a real point of emphasis. We saw that in the women's game here on Wednesday as well. A lot of offensive player control fouls being called on both the men's and the women's side in the first two games we've seen here in person at Flagler. Ellis back in. As Lottie will have a seat. Long three, and it's good. Chase Fiddler. He's got a couple of three-pointers, and he has 6 points. Really balanced scoring up and down the lineup for Flagler. Patterson has it stolen away by Slim. Saints have numbers, 3-on-2. Henderson. Collier comes skying through, and that ball will go back over to the Mountain Lions. Entertaining half here. Flagler up by 2, 34-32, back with the final 3.5 of the first half. And welcome back. Let's look at the scoring first for Young Harris. They're pretty balanced as well. Archie and Willis have 7 points apiece. Chavis and Jean have 4, and then several players with 3 or 2 points. For the Saints, Lottie leads the way with 7. Bain has 6, Fiddler has 6, and Henderson has 6. As Flagler will inbound with the 2-point lead. Eight to shoot, and Henderson loses the ball out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Young Harris. 7 to shoot. And it goes to Collier, and a foul on the inbounds play as Gene comes up holding his thumb, it looks like. And now a whistle. I think they want to get the shot clock straightened out, and they'll put 20 on the shot clock. Off the inbounds, a three-pointer is good. Chase Fiddler, he's got 9 to lead all scorers. This is Gene working on Ellis. Towns with a tough shot over Collier. Oh, nearly a travel. Somehow Fiddler kept from taking that extra step. Looked a little awkward, and a foul away from the basketball. I think they're going to get Collier here, and they will. That's Tyler's second. Young Harris down by 3. Out of control, nearly losing the ball. Now they do. Towns gave it up, but the Saints stepped on the end line. So it's turnover both ways. So Towns gets bailed out a little bit there. Somewhat unlucky for Flagler as they had the steal, but just stepped out of bounds. Archie for 3. No. Over the back goes Gene, and that's easy right in front of the official. Our officials today, James Smith, Willisette Deval, and Antonio Vargas. 2:15 to go before the half. And that'll send Henderson to the line as the Saints are in the bonus. Henderson leaves the first one short. Back the other way, Archie gives it up. Lots of contact underneath. Tough shot by Chavis. Gets his own miss. Looks like he traveled, and finally a whistle as he hits the floor hard. And I think another Flagler foul is coming. Well, the officials let him really bang on that possession, and then Chavis hits the floor hard, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Young Harris is in the double bonus. Metzger back in for Collier. Collier's got 3 fouls now, so don't want to pick up a cheap 4th one here in the final 2 minutes plus. Chavis brings the Mountain Lions to within a point. Lottie now will handle, work off the screen from Metzger. Another long 3 by Fiddler. This one's off target. Willis, a little runner. And tapped out of bounds, last touch by Young Harris. Fiddler has got some range. Not shy about putting it up. Neither is Henderson. Tipping it back up and not in is Slim. Nearly got the stick back. Archie with the fake, the drive, and now the pass. Eventually into Chavis's hands. Back to Archie, lost the handle. And here's Henderson with an easy run out. And Flagler up by 3, 39-36. Quick timeout call by Flagler. And we'll take a timeout as well. Back with the final 1:03 in a moment. Well, welcome back to Flagler Gym. Glad to have you with us here from St. Augustine, Florida. Young Harris comes in 1-0 in the conference season. They beat USC Aiken on Wednesday. Aiken's usually one of the tougher teams in the PBC. Flagler lost to North Georgia on Wednesday, 66-63. Road games are really tough in the Peach Belt Conference. Free wants some help, gives it up to Chavis, now to Willis. Willis working on Lottie, shot airballed, and back the other way comes Lottie. Into the corner, Henderson for three, yes! It has a little something to say to the Young Harris bench on the way back up the court. Largest lead of the game, 6 points. And Cleveland, there's a foul. It may be an offensive foul on Cleveland. Now they're going to say the basket was good, and Cleveland will have a chance to go to the line for a three-point play. Whistle, and they're going to get Towns for, I think, a lane violation. So that negates the free throw. 15 seconds here. Flagler up by 4, and they want to get Bain back into the game, one of their better three-point shooters. He'll replace Slim. Back in defensively for Young Harris is Antonio Patterson. Flagler looking for the last shot here. Lottie drives, kicks it back out. Henderson open for three. Perfect. Beautifully designed play. And the shot at the buzzer is off the mark. So the Saints lead at 45-38 as we head into the halftime break. An entertaining first half. We'll step aside for about 14 minutes or so, and we'll be back with second half action then. And welcome back to Flagler Gymnasium on the campus of Flagler College here in St. Augustine, Florida. Glad to have you with us for the home opener for the Saints. Second game in the Peach Belt Conference for both clubs. Young Harris won their opener Wednesday in the PBC against USC Aiken. And Flagler lost to North Georgia Wednesday, 66-63. Look at some of the first half numbers here. Really balanced scoring for Young Harris. They're led by Willis and Archie with 7 points each. Henderson has 14 to lead the way for the Saints, and Chase Fiddler has 9 on 3 made three-pointers. The shooting, 39.3% from the floor for Young Harris, 37.5% from long range. And for Flagler, they're shooting a robust 51.5% from the floor, 43.5% from three-point range. Rebound battle being won decisively by Young Harris at this point, 23-13, including 7 offensive rebounds. But Flagler's done a wonderful job sharing the basketball. 12 assists to just 2 for the Mountain Lions, and just 7 turnovers so far for Flagler. So they've done a pretty good job taking care of the ball and sharing the ball. So a 7-point advantage for Flagler. Henderson back to Ellis. Little floater is good in the lane. Just sort of probing that zone, and Ellis found a soft spot and was able to exploit it. Lead swells to 9. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Free. Picks up his dribble to Willis. Towns back out to Willis. Lottie checking him, and Willis able to knock down the mid-range jumper. Metzger in the post, and he traveled. He got it caught up there between what he wanted to do, trying to figure it out, and in the process, he took steps. Willis goes right at Metzger. Lots of contact, and he scores. Metzger was straight up defensively, but a couple of quick buckets for Alfonso Willis, the senior out of Atlanta. Lottie attacks, gives it up to Metzger, and Metzger finishes underneath. Another assist. That's 13 in the game so far. And a turnover. Lottie going the other way. Had Henderson trailing. He'll take it himself. Great start to the second half. Remember, in the first half, Young Harris jumped out to the 7-0 lead right out of the gate. Here's a 3 that'll quiet down the momentum, perhaps. That's Free. And inside, Jalen Barr is fouled on a strong move to the hoop, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Fouls on Towns. That's his second. Barr missed everything that time. Been pretty good on free throws, 71% coming into the game. He makes the second one. The lead at 7. There's Willis, who's been feeling it. Hands it off to Cleveland. Well, pick and roll action going, and now he'll send Cleveland off to the right side. Towns comes out. Flagler in kind of a 1-3-1 look here. Free is rejected by Lottie. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. good defense with 3 to shoot now, and a timeout called by Young Harris as they'll try to get a play designed for these final 3 ticks on the shot clock. We'll keep it right here. We'll talk a little bit about the Saints and head coach Chad Warner in his 4th season. Saints were good last year, 14-15, 10-10, the most wins since moving up to D2 in the PBC. Chad was, before he took the Flagler job, an assistant and the recruiting coordinator at Valpo. And then the longtime head coach before that at Shorter University from 07 to 15. Had a .632 winning percentage at Shorter, 156-91, the most wins in school history. Actually won a National Christian College Athletics Association National Championship in 2013. And prior to his stop at Shorter, he was an assistant at Hampton Sydney on 2 different occasions and an assistant at William and Mary. Started as a walk-on at Georgia and was a graduate assistant for head coach Jim Herrick. On the other side for Young Harris, Jeremy Courier's in his 3rd season. Previously was the head coach at Pfeiffer University for 8 years and Daniel Webster College before that. So Young Harris with 3 to shoot will inbound. Cleveland way out top to Willis and gets the shot off just in time. Chavis tracks down the offensive board, gives it to Free wide open for 3. Well, that worked out all right for the Mountain Lions. Ball tipped away by Towns as Metzger was open underneath. Pass maybe a little underthrown. Ball comes into Barr, Jalen Barr. Tough shot in traffic. And ball nearly thrown away. Willis will track it down near the timeline. Looks like he wants to break down Ellis one-on-one. Instead kicks it to Free. Free tries the right side to Cleveland for 3. Ball kept alive and into the hands of Ellis for the rebound. Henderson wants to run, has the ball tipped away, and it'll stay with Flagler. Well, Henderson's fun to watch. He's got that extra gear. 14 points in the game to lead all scorers. 5 of 10 shooting from the field, including 4 of 8 from long range. Now Lottie, transfer from Arkansas Little Rock. And a foul on Chavis as he bowled over Barr, trying to get to Ellis. Pass is stolen away by Towns. A little too tall for Metzger that time. Ahead it goes to Willis. Willis to Free for 3. Got it. That cuts the lead to 1. Lottie, who was so good in that win over North Florida, dumps it for Metzger. More sharing of the basketball. That's 14 assists on 21 made baskets for the Saints. Willis gives it up to Towns, and Towns was fouled. Metzger got him. Late whistle, but it was pretty clear that Metzger bumped him on the way up.
Fouls on number 23, Jalen Barr.
Oh, they're going to get Barr. I thought it was Metzger who reached in there. And we have a timeout, immediate timeout. We'll take it. 54-51, Flagler on top from St. Augustine, Florida. And welcome back. Glad to have you with us here on the campus of Flagler College. Limited capacity here in a gym that's usually pretty raucous for these home games, particularly the conference games. As Town steps to the line. Young Harris has clawed back from a 9-point deficit to make it a 3-point game. Towns makes one of two. Here's Henderson going to work, gives it to Ellis way out. Back to Henderson from the elbow, and he's fouled. Marcus Henderson's fun to watch.
Fouls on number 12, Carl Chase. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 3, Marcus Henderson, and he'll shoot two.
Calmly knocks the first one down. Henderson just took 2 free throws coming in, made them both, and he's made one of 2 today. So 3 of 4 on the season. With his game, you'd think he would shoot more free throws, and maybe that will come. And back into the game, Spencer Bain, the freshman from Overland Park, Kansas. Bain can also really shoot it. It's one of the things that Coach Warner would like to get out of his offense. He says he wants to play very fast but smart and tough and get open threes and open layups. And we've gotten a lot of open threes today. Have the Saints. Lottie into the corner. Back to Lottie. Double team comes. Bain for 3. Offensive board. Slim gives it up to Metzger. More sharing of the basketball. Metzger has 8. Jean. One and done that time for Young Harris. Lottie has his shot rejected. And now Jean wants to run. Gives it up to Willis. Archie. And Jean tries the baseline. Now Free goes the other way. Ball tapped away for a moment. Willis was fouled. Probably could have called the travel there. But they'll get Flagler for the foul. Spencer Bain will pick up the personal. That's his second. This is Towns. Picks up his dribble, needs some help. Bailed out by Free. Here's Willis. He gives it up, and Towns is fouled on his way to the rack. I think this will go against Chase Fiddler.
Fouls on number 2, Chase Flagler. Stepping to the foul line for the Mountain Lions is number 11, Caleb Towns. And he'll shoot 2.
Towns is a 40% free throw shooter coming in. Henderson re-enters, and Lottie gets a break. And Anukiani is at the scorer's table ready to check in for Towns should he make this free throw. Ellis into the front court for Henderson. Slim sets a screen. Corner for Bain. Back to Henderson. Three-pointer. Libby goes right down the right side of the lane. And a strong move. Or excuse me, Sebi Jean. Open, Fiddler for three.
Number 2, Chase Flagler from downtown.
Lead back to 4. Alfonso Willis going to work on Henderson. Shoots from the free throw line, and Fiddler grabs the rebound. Henderson at the other end. Quick down low to Slim. Now back to Ellis. Bain rejected, and the ball will go back over to Young Harris. Nice defensive sequence for the Mountain Lions that time. This is Jean. Back to Free. Handed off to Archie. Free dribbles through the key. Gives it to Willis, and he's rejected. Henderson. The ball last touch by Young Harris. And that call will stay as the officials come together. Lottie checks back in as Ellis takes a seat. Flagler up 4. As Lottie looks to attack this 2-3 zone. Lottie with a tough shot along the baseline. Ran out of room there. Archie for 3. Ja'Cory Archie.
That three-pointer's good by number 22, Ja'Cory.
Jacksonville product. He's got 10. One of 3 Mountain Lions in double figures. Fiddler's three-pointer is no good. Bain touched it last as it goes out of bounds. And that's a media timeout. 11:48 to play, 61-60, and an entertaining one from Flagler Gym. And welcome back. Glad to have you with us here from Flagler Gymnasium. Saints clinging to a 1-point lead. I was looking forward to seeing Jacek Lottie play after his outstanding performances, averaging 25 points a game coming in. Had 36 points in North Florida, 30 at Florida International, a couple of D1 programs. He's got 9 so far today, but he has 9 assists. 9 of the 16 Flagler assists have come from Jacek Lottie. Free working with Nukiani. Ball nearly stolen away and a foul before Flagler could come away with the basketball. This one will go against Henderson, his second personal, as Metzger checks back in for Bain. Ellis will replace Slim. Alley-oop try won't go. Offensive rebound, Nukiani back out to Free, and a foul called. A lot of contact last couple of sequences. And Flagler's starting to pick out those personal fouls. They've committed 5 here in the second half.
Stepping to the foul line for the Mountain Lions is number 1, Brian Free, and he'll shoot 2.
So it's Free going to the line. Free's a very good free throw shooter, 83.3% coming in, 15 of 18 on the season. And that was his first one today. Free's their leading scorer, 18 points a game. And Young Harris has reclaimed the lead. Metzger to Ellis at the high post. Back to Lottie. Lottie drives, lost the handle, and the ball goes back over to Young Harris. That's the 10th turnover for Flagler. Turnover is certainly an issue in that loss to North Georgia on Wednesday. So Gene will handle. This is Chavis, gives it up to Nukiani, and he'll score over Metzger. Metzger at the free throw line. Oh, back down to Nukiani. Oh, little too strong. Young Harris with the 3-point lead. Nukiani scores inside. Assist to Chavis. And with a 5-point lead, Young Harris will get Flagler to call a timeout here, and we'll step aside as well. 66-61. Mountain Lions on top. Glad to have you with us here from Flagler College. Saints and the Mountain Lions Each has held the lead 5 times in this game. The largest for Flagler, a 9-point lead. The largest for Young Harris, a 7-point lead, and that happened right out of the gate at the beginning of this game. Bain has checked back in for the Saints, as has Jalen Barr. This is Ellis with the floater. Nice touch. Derek Ellis Jr. Archie got his man in the air. Off target on the 3. And I think an offensive foul on Young Harris. Are they going to get Chavis here, I believe? If so, that is his 3rd personal. Yep. Metzger at the high post. Back to Henderson. Now Lottie. Lottie goes right into traffic. Throws it back to Barr. 3-pointer no good. And rebound chased down by Willis. Right in front of the Flagler bench. Flagler coaching staff wanted to travel there. Anukiani misses the dunk. But Archie is there to put it in. Archie's come alive here with 12 points in the game. Henderson open for 3. Archie saved the ball that time into Anukiani. Here's Sebi Jean. Young Harris with a 5-point advantage. Go down to Willis. Awkward looking shot. Gets the ball back on the long rebound. Willis has the ball nearly stolen away. Chavis now does turn it over. Ellis in the corner. Tosses back out to Lottie. Now left alone, and he'll drop in the triple. Derek Ellis Jr. Ellis has 9 points on the game, 4 or 5 shooting, and a couple of assists. So Lonnie will go to the sideline. Looks like maybe he's cramped up a little bit. Get some treatment. And trainer's going to attend to that left leg of Jacek Lottie. Meanwhile, Willis, another tough shot. Ellis speeding into the front court. Runner won't go. The putback attempt by Barr is rejected, but a foul. Jalen Barr doing some good work there, getting the offensive rebound.
Fouls on number 22, Jahori Archie.
He was fouled by Archie. Archie's first of the game. And the under 8 timeout will take it to 68-66. Young Harris on top by a bucket. A pretty balanced scoring for Young Harris. Free and Willis have 13 points apiece. Archie has 12. Leading the way for Flagler is Marcus Henderson with 16. Fiddler has 12 points, all on three-pointers. Metzger with 10. Derek Ellis and Lottie have 9 apiece. This is Jalen Barr at the line. Barr, a 6'4 sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, by way of Caldwell Tech. And he made them both. 1 point ball game. Another tough shot by Willis. Towns gets the offensive board. Back out to Willis. And he's fouled on his way to the hoop. Well, they're not allowing Willis to get easy shots. These have been some awkward looks. Henderson picks up his third personal. And he's the only... Oh, he and Collier both have 3 personals. We haven't seen much of Collier here in the second half. He picked up all 3 of his personals in the first half. Foul trouble for Young Harris. Jean has 3. Chavis has 3. Bain to Barr in the corner. Back out to Bain. Long bounce pass for Ellis. Bain drives past his defender. Kicks it to Henderson for 3. That is right on the mark. Henderson with 19 points. Lead all scorers, and Flagler climbs back on top. 71-69. Well, the limited crowd here starts to come alive. This is Chavis. 3-pointer in and out off the hands of Antonio Patterson. Ellis to Bain. Ball's kicked and out of bounds. Anukiani is back in for Willis. Or for Towns, excuse me, and Jean checks in for Willis. Metzger needs some help. And I think they're going to get Metzger for an offensive foul as he's handling the ball. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do. He's arguing now with the official that, hey, I'm just trying to set my feet here. It's not like it was a out of control charge type situation. Jean to Free. Back to Jean on the right side. They like that dribble drive kind of look on offense. Here's Chavis to Anukiani. Probably not the shot that Coach Courier is looking for that time with his 6'9" center taking the mid-range jumper. Bain traveled. A couple of turnovers in a row here for Flagler. They've got 13 in the game. So Lottie checks back in. He was working on getting stretched out over there on the Flagler bench. Tough shot and blocked by Barr, and then Barr goes up and gets the loose ball. Good defense. Ball goes off of the official. It was good luck for Flagler. Now everyone hits the floor. And a timeout called by Flagler to maintain possession. Nice job by Coach Warner. We'll keep it right here and look at the schedule coming up. And, of course, the schedules are fairly fluid. It's been a kind of a fits and starts to the beginning of this season for both the men and the women. The women were supposed to play today also against Young Harris, but the Young Harris women's squad had a COVID issue and they were not able to travel here for the game. So that's been postponed, at least for the moment. Both teams are scheduled to play Augusta on Wednesday, and I believe the Augusta women's game with Flagler has been also postponed, but the men as of now are still on. That's a 7:30 tip on Wednesday. After that, the Saints go on the road to Columbus State and UNC Pembroke. Henderson with a tough shot. Anukiani yanks down the rebound. Willis is checked back in. This is Archie. Offensive foul. Archie a little out of control as he gave the ball up, but also commits the foul. Lawrence Slim replaces Metzger on the floor. As we tick under 5 minutes to play in regulation, Flagler up by a bucket with the ball. Ellis going to work. Lost the handle. Now gets it back. Bailed up by Henderson. 8 to shoot. Bounce pass for Slim, and couldn't quite finish. Another offensive board from Barr, and he sticks it back up and in. Barr's really come to play here in the second half. He's got 5. Anukiani gets the rebound. And Young Harris will reset. This is Free, the dribble drive to Archie. Back to Free, now Willis will bounce it for Anukiani, and ball is loose. Shot clock violation. And now the argument is, should the shot clock have reset? Did Flagler ever actually have possession? And the answer is no. It is a shot clock violation. And remember Coach Courier from last year. He's a fiery coach on the sidelines. He got a tee late in that very close win that Flagler registered a year ago, that 101-97 win that was so entertaining, when the Saints came from behind and hit the big 3 late, and then Courier essentially sealed the game with the technical as Getty Yorizapaitis was able to knock down a couple of free throws and provide the final cushion. So again, looking at the Flagler schedule, it started with an exhibition against Florida International, and then an actual counting game against Florida International, then the big win against Central Michigan, a D1 opponent. They had another exhibition on the road at Furman and on the road at South Alabama, and then went on the road for a regular season game at D1 North Florida and won that one 73-66 before opening Peach Belt Conference play with a visit to North Georgia, and that lost 66-63. So the Saints are 2-2. The 2 wins have come against D1 opponents. And that's the first time that's ever happened in Peach Belt Conference history that a PBC member has beaten 2 D1 programs in the same season. And kudos to Coach Warner and the administration for scheduling tough competition, either exhibitions or regular games against a number of D1 opponents. Well, they probably could have scheduled a D3 or an NAIA school to pick up some easy wins. Rather, they wanted to play the better competition to be steeled for this conference season. Flagler up by 4 with the ball. A little pressure in the backcourt. Now Gene backs off. Ellis is such a sure-handed ball handler, point guard. Here's Lottie going right to the rack. No, Barr tried to come through with the putback slam, but off of his fingertips and back the other way. Archie to Chavis. Chavis looked like he traveled. Battle for the board inside. Gene comes away with it, and he walked. I thought there was some traveling in there somewhere. Officials caught it there as Metzger is back in for Slim. 3:30 to go, and Flagler holding on to a 4-point advantage. This is Lottie working with Barr. And now back to Ellis, who will pick up the screen from Metzger. 10 to shoot. Nice lead for Barr and a great finish. Wow. I mean, it was a nice finish, but it was an even prettier pass from Lottie, who now has 11 assists in the game. Lead swells to 6. Free. Long 2. Stems the bleeding. This is Ellis. Back to Lottie. Lottie will drive. Gives it up to Metzger. Another assist from Jazik Lottie. Chavis working on Barr. Tough shot, won't go. Lottie gets the long board. And now Flagler can spend some clock here with the 6-point lead as we tick towards 2 minutes to go in regulation. Eight to shoot. Step back, long 3 is good! Jazik Lottie takes it himself this time. He's got 12 points and 12 assists. And just like that, the lead is 9 for the Saints. Good defense at the other end as well. Another tough shot. Gene can't get it to go. They hit the floor, and it's going to be a held ball. The possession arrow will keep it here with the Mountain Lions as they get a couple of subs back into the game. Willis and Nukiani replace Chavis and Towns. And a timeout, a full timeout. We'll step aside. Back with the final 128 from St. Augustine. Welcome back. 128 to go in regulation. Flagler 80, Young Harris 71. The story for the Saints has been twofold, really. Henderson with an outstanding offensive performance in the first half. I think he had 14 at the break. He has 19 now to lead all scorers. And then Jacek Lottie with the unselfish play, 12 assists to go with his 12 points. Willis nearly had it tapped away and stolen. Instead, Free was able to track it down. Now Willis wants a screen. He'll pull up for three. No. Rebound to Barr. Jalen Barr has played some hard-nosed defense. He's done a good job on the glass. He's chipped in 7 points. Wide open. Three from Henderson, and that should just about do it. A 12-point lead as we are inside a minute to go. And a foul on Lottie. And that'll send Willis to the line. That the clock is the Saints' friend at this point.
Falls on number 4, Jacek Lottie. At the foul line is number 20, Alfonso Willis.
Willis has 15 now. But he's just 5 of 20 shooting from the floor. He's taking a lot of tough shots, particularly here in the second half. And that's a credit to the Flagler defense. So Baines back in for Metzger, another three-point shooter. As Chad Warner goes an offense for defense, if you will. Trying to put this one away. Saints up by 10, and Ellis lost the ball out of bounds. Well, that's just the 13th turnover for Flagler. And when you compare that to 20 assists, pretty good ratio taking care of the basketball. And a 30-second timeout called by Young Harris. We'll keep it right here. We have 52 seconds to go. Flagler looking to even its Peach Belt Conference record at 1-1. Should they hold on here? And then they'll have Augusta in on Wednesday at 7:30. That women's game that was supposed to start at 5:30 has been postponed as the Augusta women have had an issue, just like the Young Harris women had an issue with an outbreak of COVID on their roster. There was some doubt that this game would get in because of the snowstorm, perhaps affecting travel, but Young Harris was able to make the trip here to St. Augustine. Willis will bowl right over. Is it Barr who hit the floor there? And that looked like an obvious offensive foul from our vantage point here, but of course the officials are right on top of it. And so Willis will go to the line to shoot 2. And this is exactly what you want if you're Young Harris, an ability to put some points on the board without the clock running. Willis can cut it to 8. He's 6 of 8 on free throws today. Missed the back half. Lottie gives it up to Ellis. Now Ellis will try to avoid the trap as he crosses into the front court. Lottie underneath to Barr. Barr will wisely pull it out, and they'll spend some clock. Which at this point is more valuable to choose some seconds off the game clock than perhaps try a tough contested shot underneath as Lottie goes to the line. Lottie's made his only free throw attempt this afternoon.
For the Saints, he'll shoot 1.
Checking in for Young Harris for the first time is Seth McCoy. senior out of Ohio. And Bain will replace Metzger. Lottie calmly knocks down the front end, lead back to double digits. .74. Gene wastes no time attacking the basket. Got his own miss, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. .3 ticks left. Bounce pass into Willis. Go right at the rack, and he missed it. Now Gene with a tough shot. I tell you what, Barr has been really stout defensively inside. Just as I say that, free scores over him, but Barr has done a good job of making it tough sledding for Young Harris, especially in the paint. And now we'll shoot more free throws as Lottie goes back to the line. None of his teammates will join him on the lane. That's the fourth foul for Gene. So Lottie's starting to get closer to his scoring average of 25. He has 15. But really the big story for him are the 12 assists. Made them both. .11 game. Flagler will back off. Free misses the three-pointer, and that should do it. Flagler is going to even its record at 1-1 in the PVC, and they'll go to 3-2 overall with the 87-76 win over Young Harris. Well, we've waited a long time to see the Saints at home. We finally do, and we see them get a victory tonight over the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. Our final, 87-76 for Giorgio Nebellini on camera. I'm Dave Wenda. Thanks for watching Saints basketball. Have a great evening, everybody.